We are going to talk transfer policy now with the news this evening that Manchester United have agreed to deal with Ajax for Anthony somewhere in the region of £80 million. That is being reported with a further £4 million in add-ons. But there are lots of teams trying to do their business in the window as they try and grow the club. You've both been at clubs that have tried to grow, whether they grow too quickly or not. The first time Manchester City tried it, when the investment came in, they maybe did try and go too quickly.
Yeah, obviously we had Thaksin Shinawatra at the time, and he was only there for, I think, a year or so. And then obviously Sheikh Mansour comes in and just lifts the whole mood. I think when you get that investment, everyone thinking how quick you can do it. Man City were able to do it and go from the investment to win a league within 4 years, which is astonishing, really. Newcastle now have got the investment. It's going to be a bit more difficult for them because of financial fair play implications. And it's all about the players that you sign. You know, when Newcastle signed players like Trippier and they got Bird and then players who knew what it was like to be in that sort of club and take it forward. And if you look at the signings here, Isak, we was ranting and raving about him in the Euros. 60 million quid, really good bit of business that is.
Because and they've done it bit by bit there. If you get it wrong and go big at the start, the club can then have repercussions for a while, which is what Frank Lampard is discovering at Everton now.
Yeah, and it didn't work out for us, I don't think. We spent at Everton a lot of money, and we kind of it felt a little bit like we're just going to splash it and we're going to bring in loads of quality players and it will just work. What Newcastle, I think, are doing, and like, you know, with City before, is they brought the players, the pieces that fit the puzzle, and that's where you've got to be a little bit careful. OK, you've got all this money to spend, but let's not get silly about it, and you can't just bring in good quality players everywhere and expect them to all fit into a team and play.
Did you look around thinking, I'm not quite sure where he's going to fit in or he's going to fit in?
Well, we was quite overloaded in certain positions. Yeah. It seemed a little bit like we're just getting them all. We're getting all the centre mids that are available, for example, or we're getting all the number 10s that we can get. And how are they all going to play? So yeah, it was a little bit like that. You need to find the balance because some people are going to be upset. You bring a lot of players in, you can only play a certain amount of players. So it's a tricky one. You've got to get it right.
Because when you look at Newcastle, with each one they sign, you go, yeah, I can see where they're going to fit.
Yeah, the signings have been absolutely outstanding. Even Botman as well, the young player, he's coming and he's been great as well. At Man City, we signed Robinho, though. And sometimes when you sign a massive player like that coming from Real Madrid, it does help other players come as well. But like Isak will bring in, he's 22, great pedigree, and he'll make them better. So once you get them, then you can go to the next step.
When he came in, did you try and be his friend straight away?
Who?
Robinho.
Of course I did. I give him his barber and everything. What are you talking about?
And with Nottingham Forest, you can see how they're going to fit in, but there are just several in the same positions, quickly.
Yeah, well, they've spent a lot of money, and it's been spoken about a lot. We were speaking about it all the time. They've brought in Gibbs White there for 42 million, but he was excellent today. So they have brought good players. They needed to be strengthened, and they have done that. So hopefully it works out for them.